Are you looking for a new construction community in Brentwood, Tennessee, where your lot size is around an acre? If that sounds like something that you're looking for, then stay tuned, because in today's video, we're talking about a new community in Brentwood called Calistoga. All of that coming up in today's video. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Martin. I'm a local Nashville real estate agent, founder of the Caitlin Martin team, powered by Weikert Realtors, the Andrews Group. We specialize in helping out-of-staters looking to relocate to the Middle Tennessee area. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about Calistoga. Calistoga is a Turnberry exclusive community coming in Brentwood, Tennessee. This is a great community because it is located in Brentwood, yet you're going to have great close proximity to everything that Nolensville has to offer, and we're going to take a look at the map in just a minute, but I do want to make sure that we talk about a few things that you need to know about Calistoga. So Calistoga, this is going to be a neighborhood where lots are going to be released in two phases. That first phase is a total of about 35 lots. Now this neighborhood, when it's complete, is going to be about a total of 62 home sites. Right now they have the first half of that on the market where there are market homes, but you also have the ability to pick your lot and pick your floor plan. And so let's first take a look at the map of where Calistoga is, and then we're going to come back and talk about what it is that you need to know about this community. Okay, so taking a look at this map here, you can see this area that looks like sand. Obviously, based on video, you can see that Calistoga is more developed than what the Google imaging looks like, but it's off of Sam Donald Road. So if we actually zoom out just a little bit, Sam Donald Road is going to lead us right here into the heart of downtown Nolensville. You're maybe about 5-7 minutes away from that area, so you've got great close proximity. Now, when it comes to things like grocery stores, based off of your location, you're going to be more quickly served with Nolensville. So that's going to be the closest location of grocery stores. In fact, if we look over here where Rocky Fork Road meets Nolensville Road and it turns over into Clovercroft, this area here that's being cleared, it's actually more developed than that, but that is where your new Publix is going. So you have really easy access. So yes, it is still considered Brentwood, but you're going to have nice, easy access to the Nolensville area. And then if we actually take a look here, going a little bit south from where the neighborhood is, you'll see it's going to connect into Scales Farmstead. That's a neighborhood in the Nolensville area, which leads you right onto Clovercroft Road, and Clovercroft Road takes you all the way in to the Franklin area. Also, you can see here, again, going back to Calistoga, you're not that far from the Rosebrook community in Brentwood. So again, great close proximity to Nolensville. That's going to be the easiest point of access for your everyday amenities. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so now let's take a look at the community plat. So right here, they're showing Sam Donald Road. And as you can see, the first two lots in the front of the neighborhood, those have sold or on hold. But as you can see, everything that you see in the driving video is going to be this phase 1 section here. And then there is a phase 2 section coming. But as you can see, when we take a look at this map, these are generous size lots. One thing to know about Calistoga is that the homes are required to sit 75 feet back from the front lot line. So the homes are not going to be squished right onto the street. There's actually going to be breathing room. And so you can see, 60 and 61 over here. Those, as you can tell, they're going to have a little bit more of a narrow backyard. But as you look at these various lots here, you can see basically the box is going to be considered the building envelope on these lots. So you can see, 3, 4, 5, 6, these homes here, these actually have a beautiful, especially lot 5 and 6, these have beautiful views. You can see the rolling hills. You do see a neighborhood off in the distance, but you've got these beautiful views of the rolling hills. So you can see that there are just some really good sized lots. So if you are somebody that is looking for a community where you're not squished right on top of your neighbor, where you've got green space, where you've got breathing room, Calistoga is being really thoughtfully planned out. And so just you can see based off of their plot plan, just how this neighborhood is going to look, especially once it's developed, even with phase 2. And then, as I mentioned, this is a Turnberry exclusive community. So on their website, they will have this list here of just the various floor plans that they're able to build. And so as you can see, their square footage really ranges from just over 3,800 square feet to around that 5,000. There will be a couple of lots within Calistoga that are basement opportunities if that's something that you're looking for, but this does show you what the elevations are and what the starting prices are for this community. Couple of things to note. So some of the lots, depending on which one you like, some have lot premiums on them, some do not. And so those lot premiums are in addition to the base price. Now, a couple of other things to know about Turnberry. So within this community, there are going to be some homes that are designated spec homes, which you can see on the plat map. They're listed as a market home. If you get them in contract before they start building, there is the opportunity for you to make customizations. Otherwise, the choices are going to already be made for that spec home. However, you also have the ability to pick your lot and pick your floor plan and then be able to truly design the home from the ground up, meaning that you're going to be able to make all your decisions from start to finish. So that's going to be everything from the elevation that you're wanting, which that's something to keep in mind is the sooner you secure your lot and pick your floor plan, you're going to have more of a choice of elevation because Turnberry, they're really good at making sure the neighborhood feels cohesive without it feeling like a cookie cutter neighborhood. But if your neighbor has maybe the same floor plan and they've already picked their elevation, then that's going to limit the elevation that you can have. So that's just something to keep in mind if this is something, or if this community is something that you're contemplating. So with Turnberry, you do have a 5% down at contract. And then once you go through the selection process and the total of your selections are added up, then you're looking at another 5%. So all in all, you're in for a total of 10%. From the time you go under contract to the time you get through your selection process. I've been through the Turnberry new build process several times, and they are a great quality builder within Williamson County. They primarily just build in Williamson County, and they've been in communities where it's a Turnberry only community, which I've done some features on those. Some of the Turnberry only communities include Pasadena, Sinatra. In addition to Calistoga, they're also in Telluride, but that is not a Turnberry exclusive community. There's other builders in there as well. And then of course they have a new one called Tiburon that's coming. And so when it comes to Calistoga, pricing is going to really start around that 2 million mark. You can get under for just a little bit under 2 million, but most is going to be 2 million and above. And generally when people are building with Turnberry, you typically are going to see somewhere around the $100,000 to $250,000 range when it comes to upgrades. So that really depends on, are you doing a basement? What level of finishes do you want? Turnberry does build a really nice quality home. And so this is just something like if you're considering going through the new build process. The other thing to note, Turnberry's build time. So from the time that they break ground until the time the home is finished, you're looking at about 6 months, which I know that can be surprising for some folks. However, again, they are just a really well-oiled machine. They know what they're doing. And so the part that's generally going to take the longest is from the time you go under contract to when your design meeting is. There's normally a lag of somewhere between 30 days to 2 or 3 months. It just kind of depends on your timeline and also how many contracts they're getting. So it's generally a first come, first serve that gets you in line for that design center process. So this is all just something to keep in mind if you're thinking about building with Turnberry, whether it's in Calistoga or it's in one of their other communities. Now, schools are important to you when it comes to zoning. Calistoga is zoned for Jordan Elementary, Sunset Middle, and Nolensville High School. If you're looking for a great new build community where you feel like you're a little bit removed from the hustle and bustle, however, you still have nice, easy proximity to those everyday conveniences, Calistoga is a really great option. In some of our new communities, you can actually feel like you're set down amongst the rolling hills, whereas in Calistoga, you have more of a feeling of being a little bit on top. Even though the community is not super hilly, you do at certain points, especially those lots like 5 and 6 and 7, you, like I said, you have those views of the rolling hills in the back. Yes, you do see homes, but you just have this opportunity within Calistoga to get lots Many of them are going back to trees or have a beautiful view. So if you're looking for that true luxury feel below the $3 million price point, because in Brentwood, most other new construction opportunities are going to start in the $3 million and above range, but Calistoga offers that opportunity to get in well below $3 million and yet still be in Brentwood and still have a lot with great breathing room, have that backyard privacy, and yet still be within close proximity to all of those everyday conveniences. So if you're thinking about moving to the Brentwood area or you're interested in learning more about new construction opportunities, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. Again, my name is Caitlin Martin. I'll see you next time.